Justin, we're doing a podcast.
Okay, but what you're going to want to do, Jason, is you're going to want to not hesitate. You don't want that pause to be in there. So run it back to me. Take 2.
Justin, we're doing a podcast.
See, now I feel like there wasn't enough of a pause between the Justin and we're doing a podcast. I mean, I do this every week, so I know how to do it. I don't want to step on your toes, but I want you to do it right. So just we're going to do it one more time. All right, take 3.
Okay. And thanks for the notes, by the way. I could really use this job. Justin, we're doing a podcast.
Okay, so there was too much emphasis on the cast there. You're gonna want to go, Justin, we're doing a podcast.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, this is last run. I'm sure we can use one. We could probably use one of these. So go ahead.
Jason, I'm me. Fuck! Damn it!
That was good. That was the best one. We'll get back to you in a couple weeks if you got the gig or not.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, for sure, bud. Yeah, for sure, bud.
How the hell are you, Jason?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. I slept until like 10 o'clock, which if anyone is under the age of 50 listening to this, they're like, so what? But man, that's different for me once you've crested that 50 bump, baby, like I have.
Yeah. What does that mean?
You can't see that I'm dancing right now. I'm dancing.
Oh. See, that's the context I really needed.
Yeah. Everything I just said would have made sense if you knew I was dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is made so much funnier and gives so much more context if you know that if I knew that you were dancing through everything you always say. That's great. Can we make that like the headcanon of this show? Can you be dancing for every episode for the entire length of every episode?
I mean, I don't know why you feel the need to mention it, considering that's what I've been doing this whole time, except for that one first episode where I was shirtless eating chips and playing Legend of Zelda with my like strange blue and green arms.
Well, but also while dancing.
Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, I did. I was sitting down and I had a bunch of chips on my stomach, and I wanted the chips to like stay on my stomach. So I was sort of shimmying like a little bit, but not enough to disrupt the chips, because then you get that good body flavor.
Every episode since then, you've been doing a one-man tango.
That makes it sound like I've been masturbating.
Don't. No, Jason.
I mean, it's what it sounds like.
No, it
one man. This is exactly. That doesn't sound like that.
I legitimately didn't even think about it. So,
are you telling me that like someone's cool dad wouldn't be like coy with his teenage son?
You better be careful on this episode, Jason, because I have some stories to tell about children, and we don't need to get Officer Foucault out here.
I can't fucking believe this has come back.
I'm not the one. Look, I'm not the one who brought it up, so I don't want to hear it. So keep yourself tame.
Justin, can I tell you about something very weird that I saw on Instagram today that kind of surprised me?
You sure can, bud.
Okay, so I like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I follow some of the cast. And one of the cast, Melissa Fumero, made a post on her Instagram, and it was her hugging one of the other cast members, and it was very cute. And the post takes a very, very sharp right turn. So, like, if you're in the car right now with me, Justin, are you in the car? Are you buckled?
Yeah, sure. Wait. Yes, I'm buckled.
Okay, cool. I notice you have a comically large diet soft drink. I'm going to need you to make sure the lid's tight on that one, okay?
Is this going to be like a longer walk than my reel it in?
No, we're not walking, we're driving.
Okay.
Because we're making a right turn.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, so she posted a picture of her with one of the cast member, and she's hugging him, and it's very cute. And it says, "I love hugs. I'm a hugger. Currently, immigrant detainees, including young children, are being deprived of their most basic human needs." And then it's like a paragraph about that, which, like, okay, yes, obviously this is a very, very important subject, and she is, and good on her for bringing light to it on her Instagram. I have zero qualms with it. I have no qualms with this at all. I just didn't see this turn coming. What a twist!
It's almost like that was the point of it being a twist.
She's a regular M. Night Shyamalan. Only I don't think she made the happening yet.
Jason, I'm gonna need you to give me 2 seconds because I gotta close my goddamn windows because there's people out here that can't respect that I have a podcast. Unlike anyone in their 20s has a podcast. Not a single person besides us has a podcast. And I need to make sure that we have the best audio quality possible for this podcast. And I'm back. Hi.
Hi, I was a friend. I think I posted one of our highlights on my Facebook, and a friend of mine commented like, "Wait, you have a podcast?" And I'm like, I'm a white guy in his mid-20s who thinks he's kind of funny. Of course I have a podcast.
Oof. You think you're funny? I think it's a bad time to tell you that this is an educational podcast.
Okay, then what are we educating people on, Justin?
Public safety. Wee-woo.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The law.
Okay, hi, Officer for Quo. This is a law podcast. We're doing a lawcast.
It's a lawcast. Thank you. Yes, it's a lawcast.
Okay, is it a lawcast or is the name of the podcast lawcast?
Yes.
Are there other law podcasts?
Of course there are.
Besides,
they're all
true crime podcasts.
They're all hosted by me, Officer Foucault.
You have a podcast network.
I do.
What's it called?
Lawcast. And they're all called Lawcast.
Are they different podcasts?
Except for the one that I have that's about woodworking called Logcast.
Okay, that doesn't necessarily seem like woodworking doesn't seem like a medium that translates well to audio.
You wouldn't think so.
That'd be like,
you'd be right.
That'd be like, hey, welcome to my origami podcast.
Janet, I told you that origami podcast was stupid. I had to tell my wife that our origami podcast was stupid, I guess.
Hey, Officer Foucault, can I say something real quick to you, sir?
Sorry, Jason, he left.
What? No, I had a thing I wanted to... God, no, there's so many things I wanted to say.
Here, say the word...
Hold on.
Say the... No.
I can bring him back.
No. Say the word crime. Just say it.
Crime.
Wait, Officer Foucault. I heard us talk about crimes over here. Jason, are you up to crimes?
I mean, well, shit. Now I put myself in a situation because there was no crime, and it is illegal to yell fire in a movie theater. So, in a sense, I did get you over here under false pretenses.
Sounds like crimes. Sounds like someone's up to crimes. Officer Foucault hates when people are up to crimes. It's his least favorite thing is when someone's up to crimes. Oh, God.
Officer Foucault, I just wanted to say, I know you and I are sort of on... you're not a big fan of me because you think I'm a criminal who does bad things a lot.
I fucking hate you.
But I just want to say, sir, I understand. Officer Foucault, your job is dangerous. I appreciate the work that you do, and also that you somehow managed to have time after working as a police officer to run a podcast empire that's all about law and also logs.
Yes. What's your point?
I'm just saying I appreciate you and I respect you, and I don't know, I'm just trying to bring a bit of positivity to our relationship because I feel like it's very confrontational and negative.
Jason, I'm just gonna break it down for you. I don't like crimes.
Like in a rap freestyle?
See, that's what it is, right there. What you just did right there. Your little need to be funny. I don't appreciate it.
Me neither, but I haven't gone to enough therapy to figure that out yet.
Jason, I'm gonna break it down for you. I hate you. Bye, love you.
I kinda hate you too. Okay. He just kissed me on the cheek.
Yeah, he loves you, dude. He just doesn't know how to show it because of
such a mystery.
He just doesn't know how to show it because of toxic masculinity.
Oh, bud.
We're giving we're getting a whole extra dimension to Officer Foucault.
Officer Foucault is a very, very rich, deep, complicated man.
Yeah, of course he is. I mean, did you hear about his log podcast?
That's got to be raking in those Benjamins.
Yeah.
Justin, you had a story you wanted to tell me. Is this correct?
Shit. Yeah, I do.
Am I correct in asserting this?
You are correct.
All right, I just kind of set the ball up on the tee. You know what I mean, like for t-ball, and I just need you to go ahead and hit a home run, little tyke.
I just took a really big swig of vitamin water because I didn't want to be a part of whatever you were doing.
You mean a podcast?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, you're the one who always has to remind me that we're recording.
Yeah. Anywho, so
I don't know, that's just a fun little extra bit of information. That's just a fun little bit.
yeah, my neighbors are stomping around.
Justin, tell me your
upstairs.
fucking story. The ball's on the tee.
Huh?
And I'm your dad, and I'm so proud of you. Now hit the ball.
Well, I'm pushing it off and going to get ice cream. How about that? Fuck you.
How are you gonna get to the ice cream shop? How are you gonna get to the ice cream shop?
Boom. I just created one with my fucking mind. Because nothing,
Oh, God.
nothing has more
Shit.
power. This is where you went wrong, Jason. You forgot that nothing has more power than a child's imagination.
I also just looked around and realized that this isn't the color of my room, and I'm very clearly trapped in your mind palace again.
Holy shit, dude. My neighbors are walking around and their floor is so goddamn creaky that I can hear it through my fucking ceiling. Oh my god, stop walking around with
That's very good.
your heavy ass feet. Whatever, I'll live with it. I don't care enough. So yes, I have a story for you that is probably like one of the funniest things that's just kind of like that I've naturally witnessed in a while. And also just like one of the funniest like organic conversations I've like encountered.
Okay, you're saying encountered and witnessed. This is such a strange setup.
Why is that, Jason? You know that people can like see things, right? And hear things that don't involve them.
Huh? Hang on. So like you're telling me if I'm in a conversation
Yes.
with somebody else, like when they're doing that thing where their mouthpiece is just kind of flapping open and close and open and close, I should be processing what they're saying. Like I should be
Yes.
the word, hearing it, and then like responding to it in some way or internalizing it.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Fuck. All right. Well, back to the therapist. Wee.
Hello, I'm therapist for Quo. He's got a lot going on.
You have so many side hustles, dude.
You know, what can I say? He's a jack of all trades.
And a master of none.
He is a jack of all trades and a master of all trades.
That makes me think about that. I've done that dumb quote for you from the fucking Sweet Life on Deck, where like the janitor is talking to the hot teacher, and he's just like, there's a storm a brewing, and it's shaping up to be a real cracker jack.
Oh man. Good,
That is one of my favorite fucking quotes from any TV show. I say it all the fucking time whenever a storm is. I look forward to storms because like, ooh, yay, I can say this obscure quote and then be able to hit people with like, oh, what? You don't remember that one line from that spin-off to that Disney Channel show from a decade ago?
Jason, I'm going to tell my goddamn story.
No, let me talk about the Sweet Life on Deck for 15 more minutes.
Jason, we can have our own separate spin-off series all about Sweet Life. You know what? We could just have it just about Sweet Life on Deck, and we'd probably be more successful at that than this. But that's not the point. The point is I want to tell my stupid
Ooh,
story.
but you've given me a good idea, though.
Yeah, jot it down in your dream journal.
And doing it. You tell the story while I dream journal.
So basically, like, I was over at my lovely girlfriend Mary's place, and we were walking down her street, and there was this little kid playing basketball on the sidewalk. And I was like, Mary, do you dare me to fucking dunk on this kid? And she's like, what? No, obviously not. I was like, I'm gonna fucking dunk on this kid. And I did not, in fact, dunk on that kid. But
Yeah, it would have been very out of character for you.
yeah, what if I fucking did though?
Then you would have impressed me, because I imagine like if you saw a basketball and someone threw it to you, you'd try to catch it like a baseball and be like, I don't understand. You'd like keep trying to grab it, but you just couldn't quite get your hand around it.
Jason, it's a bold fucking move for you to call me unathletic.
Excuse me, sir. I am.
All right, disc golf joke, who cares? Sorry, I was just saving the audience some time.
Played disc golf for 3 fucking hours yesterday.
Yeah, it's real athletic
Greatest
of
day
you.
of my life.
Anyway, no, I did not dunk on this poor child's like 3-foot tall basketball hoop, but it would have been very funny. Anyway, so we're walking by and we're starting to get closer to this kid, and Mary was like, "No, don't like joke about that kid. He's like a really nice kid." And like she was like, he's always looking for like his friend Nate, always wondering where Nate is, and always asks me, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. So so we're getting closer to this kid, and the aforementioned Nate comes out of his parents' house, scooter in hand. So the one kid is playing basketball on the sidewalk, and this other kid comes out of his house, the aforementioned Nate, and he looks at the other kid and he goes, "Sup, Pucus?" And he goes, "Pucus?" Yeah, sup, Pucus. So Pucus turns to him and he goes, "Nate, hi, I thought you had a tutor today." And Nate goes, "Why would I want a tutor? They toot."
What? Who is this kid and why isn't he doing my job?
and then fucking the kid who I'm assuming his real name is Lucas was like, "Haha, good joke, Nate."
Yeah, I mean that he fits perfectly into the dynamic. One of us says something that's kind of funny, the other one's like, "Great joke."
No, I think it was very much like they're only friends because they live close to each other. I think that like Lucas really wants to be Nate's friend, but Nate's like too fucking cool for school.
You don't think Nate goes to school?
So it was just, well, apparently he doesn't have a tutor because they toot. So
I mean, he's not wrong about that.
I literally, like, when I walked by them, and we were like literally walking right by them as this transgression was happening. I'm calling it a transgression because it was a crime. Not
because it's a sin unto God. Wee woo.
Sorry, Officer Foucault was slowly pulling up, and I just had to get him out of here. But it's okay. No real crimes. No real crimes. Okay, he's gone. But I like to think he's just like, he's in my apartment in his car, just like right
idling in your kitchen.
Yeah, right next to me at all times. He's just in my living room, just the full ass car. And like every time I start talking about crime, he like slowly pulls up next to me. Bless you.
I tried to sneeze off mic as best I could.
Well, I'm glad you made it as subtle and quiet as possible.
I know, it was a weird combination of like, oh, I shouldn't sneeze into the microphone, but if I'm gonna sneeze, I'm gonna fucking sneeze.
But yeah, so that was the transaction that happened, which was amazing. It was just, "Sup, Pucus? Oh, hey, Nate, I thought you had a tutor today. Why would I want a tutor? They toot. Haha, good joke, Nate."
Like, that is something that is a line of dialogue that was on like fucking Drake and Josh.
I was thinking like, it sounds like dialogue that like Stephen King or someone would write for children because he doesn't understand how children really talk. So like saying like making like a toot joke or calling someone Pucus, it's very like I don't know, just adults writing children's books and being like, this is how children talk.
You know what that really sounds like to me? It sounds like some iCarly shit. Like the kind of weird humor. It's like, you know, why would I want a muffin? They don't muff. Like, you know, weird lines like that don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could easily hear like Sam being like, I don't want to go to my tutor. She toots. She toots too much. I don't like her toots.
Or it sounds like a really bad Jerry Seinfeld bit where it's like, why would I want a muffler? Clearly they don't muffle anything. Did you like that one?
Do you get cars and do you get coffee in cars with Jerry? Have you ever watched that show?
I have watched that show. I very much enjoy that show.
It's a very very sweet show. It's one of those shows that's like just kind of pleasant, which is, I'm so not used to watching shows that are just like nice like that, because I watch so much like depressing or like, you know, pretentious bullshit. So the idea of a show just kind of being like, yeah, here's my car, let's go get a dark roast, and they're just like talking and having a good time. It's like,
oh man, you have watched the show, huh?
I have.
You know exactly what they do.
I watched the one where Jerry like bought a rug for John Mulaney, and then his wife's like,
his wife doesn't like it. It's so funny. That's such a good episode. But I have a follow-up story for because I told someone who was explicitly asked to not be mentioned by name on this podcast.
Let's make up a name for him. Let's make up a name.
No, I don't want to do that.
I'm stopping Jesse Eisenberg.
No, I am stopping this bit in its tracks. I don't want to do that. So I told this story. I told the Pukas story to someone, and they were telling me that their son started doing this thing because he was like, well, how old were these kids? And I was like, I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 years old. And he was like, okay, because my son is 9 years old, and he started doing this thing where he's on a trend of saying "get wrecked," and now, and inexplicably, he has now started saying Brad at the end of it. He has started tacking on the name Brad. So he'll just like insult you and then be like, haha, get wrecked, Brad.
And I want to make it very clear, make sure everyone knows, the person Justin's talking about, he ain't named Brad.
No, it doesn't matter who the kid's talking to. He'll always say, get wrecked, Brad.
I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and I've truly realized like how out of touch I am with anyone under the age of like 20 now. So like I'm sure I have like a suspicion that like that might be a thing somewhere, that like people just put Brad at the end of things.
No, it's not. Why would you?
At the very least, it's a very John Oliver thing to do. You know how John Oliver will like go on a joke and he'll always just like throw a name at the end of it. Like,
no, because I don't watch John Oliver.
Specifics are funny.
I don't watch John Oliver.
Oh, he does this thing where like he'll be making a joke about like, you know, and you can't put caramel in it, Karen. You can't do it, Karen, because it's gonna get sticky and it's gonna get all on your hands, and you don't want to do it, Karen.
First of all, I'm gonna throw up at your British accent. But second of all, Karen is a popular name to use.
And you're saying Brad is a little off the beaten Brad.
No. I'm saying quite literally, like, Karen is like the stereotypical white suburban mom name to use in all Twitter jokes, in all that kind of shit. It's very, very popular to use the name Karen. So that is a thing.
Okay, well that was just a name I pulled out of my tushy. He uses a lot of names. He'll be like Nate, Jonathan,
Pukas,
Daniel, Pukas.
Sup, Pukas. I'm gonna say, Jason, I'm disappointed. I thought you would find the Get Wrecked Brad story a little funnier.
I'm sorry, man. It was funny. I used to work at a summer camp where I had to film kids of that age, and like any charm that that age group has, just like it became lost on me as I was buried deep in the trenches.
Oh, but that I see
9-year-olds to talk about why they like the Maccabia games.
I think this is where we differ, because I don't think that's just strictly 9-year-old humor. I think that's just good fucking humor. Like, I just think there's something really fucking funny about like a kid developing their own catchphrase and using it.
I guess that's true.
Consistently, and like with a name that applies to no one involved. Like, that is just so fucking funny to me. Like, just going, like, imagine if I just went up to you, like, insulted you, and then followed it up with "Get wrecked, Brad." Like, there's just something funny about Brad. I don't know. It's just the way that it's said. I don't know. Fine. Fuck you, Jason. I thought the story was funny.
I think
you are the only person I've told this to that didn't think it was funny. I've told this story to like 5 people, and everyone cracked up laughing. Why are you the one I'm doing it? I'm gonna replace the clip of you not laughing at that joke with I'm gonna find someone who does find it funny and put that clip in instead.
You're gonna record a friend of yours laughing at the joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
into the podcast.
I'm gonna get Mary in here, or Emma, or someone who laughed at the joke, and I'm gonna get them in here and replace your empty laughter with their actual laughter.
Do you want to take a bet on whether you're gonna remember to do that, or oh wait, no, because you do edit the podcast, well, so you will. If you did forget, you would hear this and be like, ah, shit.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's not about forgetting to do it. It's about whether I'm gonna go through the process of actually doing it, which I'm not going to, but I'm just trying to make you feel bad about not laughing.
Here, I'm gonna give you a sound bite, and if you end up not wanting to go out and searching for someone, you can just sort of drop this in. All right, here, I'm just gonna give it to you real quick.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha! He said what? There you go. So you can just kind of plop that in if you feel like it. It'll be $5, please.
It's gonna be funny whether I do or not. Like either way, that's gonna be funny. Like, because people might be like, "Whoa, what the fuck is that? Like, why is that the reaction?" And then they'll listen and find out that like we put it in later, or I just don't put it in, and this is just a continuous bit.
Impossible. Look, I've realized I'm a grandpappy because when you painted the idea in my head of you being like telling me like, haha, get wrecked, Brad, I literally pictured myself like reading a newspaper and then just sort of like making a slight grimace face and then like holding the newspaper up over my face to say like, I'm ignoring you. Like that's what I saw in my mind's eye when you said get wrecked, Brad, to me.
Okay, well, do you know what I'm going to tell you to do, Jason?
Get wrecked, Brad.
No, I'm going to tell you to get a sense of humor.
Aw, god damn it, that was actually something.
Brad.
Fuck, God. Justin, can I tell you about something that I saw at the library the other day that was absolutely insane?
Can you do it as soon as I'm done reading you something?
Please?
Because one of my favorite things about Vitamin Water Zero, this is not sponsored. I feel like I need to say that because that was it sounds like an opening to an ad break. Vitamin Water Zero does these amazing little blurbs on the side of their bottle. I've read you some of these before.
Yes, I do recall.
Like there's one like about like I think it's like a grandma hugging simulator 4 or something. There's like a review for the game on the side of one of the bottles. There's like a number you can call. That's like a really funny number. But okay, so this one says, it's like I just looked at my bottle and there's like a paragraph of text on the side and I was like, oh god. So here's what it says. Author's note. It's a pity that I get but one page to describe myself, the creator of this work. You deserve to know so much more about me than can be squeezed onto a page, but I will try to give you the synopsis you deserve. I am a writer and an artist, and sometimes I feel so much that it is truly unbearable. There's no way anyone feels as much as I feel. Some say I'm unique. Some say I'm a genius. I say labels are an extension of corporate greed. I make brave, eye-opening statements like that all the time. So please enjoy this work. It centers on a writer who is tragically misunderstood. I haven't technically started it, but I assure you it will be like nothing you've ever read before.
Oh, that's so good.
Whoever does like the marketing and stuff for Vitamin Water is fucking on point. I very much appreciate it because it's that good millennial humor. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? You wouldn't know anything about good young people humor, would you, old man Paulie? Yeah, flip up your newspaper.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm getting a newspaper.
Get some paper. Go for it.
Yeah. Huh.
Are you happy now?
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to remember why I have this newspaper in my apartment. I think someone wrote an article about me.
Well, here.
Oh yeah, there I am.
Oh god. Oh god. Hello.
I'm the photo in one of these in this little thing here.
Wow, Jason, congratulations! Everyone reads newspapers.
Hey, fuck you. Back in 2014, the same small amount of people probably also read newspapers.
Yeah. All right, tell your library story, doofus.
Okay, let me just put the paper away. I'll read it later. So, my library's great. Got a lot of stuff. I was going there because I'm working my way through the Studio Ghibli movies, and I needed to pick up my Neighbor Totoro, and the place they have it is the kids section. So first thing before I even get to my main story is that, because I was like a 23-year-old man. I was sifting through the My Little Pony section, and I'm looking at all the different titles, and I can't find my Neighbor Totoro.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason.
What?
Did the books in that library need to get read, Brad?
Do you think like Aladdin would ever say to Abu like, "Hey, let's get bread, Brad"? Do you think that high schoolers who were really into Family Guy were like, "Hey, yo, can we go to the library and get Ted, Brad"?
Do you think that when your mechanical pencil is empty, you need to get lead, Brad?
I was just gonna say get lead, Brad. Do you think someone ever goes into Art Van? It's like, "Oh, dog, we gotta get that bed, Brad." Do
Do you think anyone goes to Old Country Buffet and tries to get fed, Brad?
No, that's after a long day of putting away their tools in the getting shed. Fuck! No! We were on a roll. Get bed, Brad was what I was. No, get shed, Brad was what I was going for.
Do you think all the hair on a dog's back is ever like, we gotta get shed, Brad?
Damn it, that one's much better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My old dog shed so much that, like, I still find hairs from my dog that's been dead for, like, 5 years.
Oh, my God.
He sheds so much that every now and again, like, I'll be, like, I don't know, cleaning out some part of the basement I haven't been to in a while, and I'm like, oh, my fucking God, Linus, my boy, my prince, what have you done?
You're really shifting the mood of this podcast by bringing up your old dog. You really want to get dread, Brad?
I was at the library, Justin.
Yeah, let's tell your story instead, Brad. See, fuck you, it is funny. Tell your story. There, I did my job.
You're bringing too much energy. I think you need to lie down and rest your head, Brad. Okay, I think we can put this joke to bed, Brad.
Yeah. I'm upset.
I'm at the library.
Yeah. So you are.
And they have these little freestanding shelves in the middle of like the main lobby area that have like specified like books, like particular books and like DVDs and stuff like that. And they have this new thing that it seems like a dumb idea to me, but it's called Binge Box. Have you ever heard of Binge Box?
No. Also, while we're talking about it, what's a library? I'm under 25. What's a library? All right, Red Foreman. Get red, Brad.
So a binge box is basically like a collection of 4 DVDs that are supposed to be like of a type.
Yeah.
And they all have like their own different names for it. So there could be like a romance binge box that's like 4 different romance movies or whatever. So I wanted to talk to you about 2 specific ones that really caught my eye.
Okay.
So one of them is one called it was like office movies that are set in offices.
Yes.
Or I guess like office. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was that. And so I was like, okay, it's a weirdly specific thing for someone to be like, I want to watch 4 movies like this.
They just like The Office.
If they like The Office, whatever, they'd go on the Netflix and they'd create a Tinder profile. And
Jason, if anyone's at the library, they don't have Netflix. If they're there for DVDs.
That's fair. But anyway, so they have here. Let me just read you. There's one on there I didn't recognize and I don't remember the name of. Let me just read you these 3 movies that were in one binge box.
Okay.
You got for the Office movies. You have Office Space.
Of course, that was going to be what I guessed.
Makes sense.
Yes.
It's a classic. Office Christmas Party. Okay, ooh. I see it. You know, like a little raunchy comedy, but it's it fits. The Belko Experiment.
I don't know what that is.
It's a fucking slasher movie from like 2 years ago where they're like, everyone in this office is being locked, and if you don't kill a person within like a certain amount of time or whatever, then everybody dies. And literally, like one poster, Office Christmas Party, it's like TJ Miller, and they're all having a crazy time. And then the other one, it's Office Space, and he's like got all the notes, and it's like, oh, my stapler, like great stuff. And the other one is a man like wringing a towel of blood onto his back. It's like, what the who thought to put these together?
Someone who had already seen all the seasons of The Office. And they were like, I like The Office.
Oh, because there was that one Belko experiment scene in The Office where Kevin kills everybody.
Well, no, but there was a very similar one where they kept a pizza man hostage.
I do recall. Look, I like The Office. The Office isn't my personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You've been really hitting this point home. I get it. You don't want to be a millennial, but shut up about it already.
Okay, imagine this if you will. Because look, Justin, The podcast is doing great, but I'm getting a memo. Hold on. I'm getting a memo handed down to me from corporate, and they're saying that we gotta attract the millennials. So let's play. What would it be like if everyone in the office had to do the Belko experiment?
Can you do a single office impression?
Hi, I'm Kevin.
So the answer is no, so this bit is dead.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, I get it. It's funny.
Hi, I'm Pam. I'm the normal one.
Hi, I'm Jim. You can't tell, but I just looked at the microphone.
I just looked into the camera. This man is filming me in my apartment.
Can you imagine what watching The Office would be like for a blind person? Here's what it'd be like. They wouldn't like Jim.
Sorry, Jason.
Jim's whole personality is looking at the camera.
TMZ reports Jason is ableist. Uh-oh. Whoops.
Okay. All right.
Whoops. So Jason Pauly canceled.
I'm canceled because I'm a racist ableist.
Say the word, Jason. Say the word.
No, I'm not gonna fucking say the word. No, I'm not, Justin. I'm not gonna do that.
See what happens.
You know what? You say. I'm reading my paper.
Word on the street is there's someone around here that really doesn't like crimes. So say that word. See what happens.
I can't hear you. I'm covering my face with my newspaper right now.
TMZ reports Jason tries to equate his problems to those of deaf people. Ableist. Canceled.
I'm not listening to you because I'm reading an advertisement about a commercial Ram dealer in northern Michigan. So
I can't hear you because I'm reading the wanted ads for people that want a podcast host that respects them and gets that respect in return.
Can I tell you about the other binge box that absolutely fucking wrecked me?
Oh yeah, sure.
So this one, you're familiar with the concept of a spaghetti western?
Yes. A western where all their guns are loaded with spaghetti. So
Italian. It's western movies that are directed by Italian directors.
Spaghetti.
Like a whole
Italian
thing.
directors.
So here's the. they have a spaghetti western box, and most of the movies on there make sense. I mean, technically speaking, Django isn't a spaghetti western, but I'll let that pass. But here's the thing: do you want to know what they called the box? Because they didn't call it spaghetti western.
There's a joke here. There's a joke here. There's a joke here. There's a joke here. I got nothing. What's up? What'd they call it?
They call them pasta cowboys.
Oh, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. There's no way it says pasta cowboys on that goddamn box.
Justin?
Pasta cowboys?
I thought you might say that. Justin, I'm gonna need you in just a second when it comes to. I'm gonna need you to check your text messages.
Okay.
Because I thought you might not believe me.
Oh, fuck you, Pasta Cowboys. You just gave. I was so ready to call this episode "Get Wrecked, Brad," but now it has to be called Pasta Cowboys.
It's a fucking
pasta. Fuck you, Pasta Cowboys. No fucking way. I'm so ready.
It's so.
I'm like half expecting a really badly photoshopped box. Okay, hold on. I gotta see this. Hold on. I'm so glad you got a picture of it. Hold on. It's doing its thing. Binge Box Positive Cowboys. What the fuck, dude?
This is a bunch of pictures of Clint Eastwood and Jamie Foxx, and it says Pasta Cowboys.
Pasta Cowboys. I can't believe it fucking says that. Binge box, 4 discs, Pasta Cowboys.
It's so good.
Fuck, dude.
I love the idea, because the thing is, no one has a copyright on the phrase pasta. Okay, no, they might have a copyright on Pasta Cowboys, but nobody owns spaghetti western. So, I don't know why they wouldn't call it that. That'd be like if they had a sci-fi box and they called them math make-em-ups or something like that.
Math make-em-ups. Holy shit. That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
I know. I thought of it yesterday and I'm like, oh fuck, I need to write it down because I'll never be funny like this again.
Oh god. Dude.
I need to pick all of these up and I need to see. I love the idea that they're we shouldn't call it like its name, right? We need to have something else, right?
Can we come up with like the Pasta Cowboys version of all different genres? Can like superhero movies be like bigger, better muscle people?
Or like crime thrillers are like, ooh, stealing scary.
The Oopsie Scarums.
The Oopsie Scarums.
Oh man, dude. Fucking Mindhunter is my favorite new Oopsie Scarum.
I love that Netflix is cranking out those really good Oopsie Scarums. I like the real life Oopsie Scarum podcasts.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, I saw that and I had to share because it made me so happy that my library carries them. Also, another fun fact about that day, I picked up a romance movie because I heard it was real good and I wanted to watch it, and so I picked it up from the library. And my one of my good friends from like middle and high school, his mom still works at the library, and she was the one checking me out and like, you know, giving me the box. And so I haven't seen her in a while, so she's like, "Oh, are you just back in West Bloomfield for a day or something?" And I'm like, no, I'm living at the parents right now." So like now she knows that I am going back to my parents' house to watch Before Sunrise by myself.
What a happy boy that must be. Oh, dude, I just cracked the code of an excellent
binge box title.
Yes.
Hit me with it, baby.
Rom-coms are now live, laugh, loves.
I don't know why I don't know why I was like, sometimes when you talk I sip water because I get the dry mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know why I chose to sip water that time because I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to spit water on my computer. God bless Pasta Cowboys.
God bless Pasta Cowboys. The true heroes.
Save a horse, ride a Pasta Cowboy.
Wee woo. Sorry, Justin.
That's
I heard that you. Sorry, Jason. I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. I like that guilty conscience on you, though.
My microphone with my glasses.
So, Justin, I heard that you just said the Pasta Cowboys are the true heroes. I want you to know that the defenders of law are the true heroes. Officer Foucault, I get what you're saying, but Pasta Cowboys are god tier. Oh, can't argue with that. Bye. Mwah. Wee. Well.
I like that you created a scenario in which effectively you kissed yourself.
Dude, no, I didn't. That'd be fucking weird. It was Officer Foucault. You heard.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, bud. For sure.
Dude, Officer Foucault is like a 7-foot-tall, giant, mustachioed man.
You act like I haven't seen him before. You act like he doesn't show up literally every time we record now.
I know. So why would you? How you could not possibly get the two of us confused or think we're in the same person?
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. And I'm sorry. I guess I get jealous because there's a part of me that really wants Officer Foucault to be my friend, but he hates me so much.
I'm gonna need you to do the "I'm sorry" song.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Fuck you if you're getting your guitar right now.
My name is Jason and I'm here to say that I am super sorry in a major way. I said a dumb joke on my dumb podcast, and now my good friend Justin is mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He doesn't forgive you. You didn't expect that little. You didn't expect me to come back with it, did you?
No, I actually think that might be a good place to end it with you just going, he doesn't forgive me.
He doesn't forgive you. You want that to be the end of the episode?
I think so. I think it's pretty fucking good.
But Jason, that can't be the end of the episode. Do you know why?
Why?
Because this is the end of the episode. Bye!